Imagine trying to live on just $6 a day. It sounds impossible, right? In a world where a coffee might cost $5 and a fast food meal is over $10, surviving, let alone thriving, on such a small amount seems like a dream. But for some, this isn't just a challenge, it's a way of life. They're proving that with creativity and discipline, you can live well while spending less. This video dives into the fascinating world of extreme frugality. It's not about living in misery or giving up everything fun. Instead, it's about finding smarter ways to stretch every dollar, from saving on food to cutting bills in ways you never thought possible. And also uncover tips you can try, too. Ready to rethink what $6 a day can do? Let's explore. Number 1. A brief history of extreme frugality. Living simply to save money isn't a new idea. People have been practicing extreme frugality for centuries, often out of necessity. Take ancient times, for example. The Stoics, a group of philosophers in ancient Greece and Rome, believed in living simply. They thought happiness came from needing less, not from owning more. They practiced self-control and found joy in the basics. During the Great Depression in the 1930s, extreme frugality became a survival skill for millions of families. With jobs scarce and money tight, people learned to reuse everything, grow their own food, and fix what they had instead of buying new. It wasn't a choice, it was the only way to get by. In modern times, frugality has taken on a new purpose. Movements like FIRE, financial independence, retire early, encourage people to spend less, save more, and retire decades earlier than most. Even billionaires like Warren Buffett are famously frugal, showing that living simply isn't just for the poor. It's for anyone who values freedom over stuff. Whether in ancient times or today, frugality has always been about making the most of what you have. It's not just about saving money, it's a way to live smarter and freer. Number 2. The science of living cheap. Breaking down the math. Can you really live on $6 a day? It's possible if you break it into smaller parts. Let's see how this works. Imagine dividing $6 into 4 basic needs: food, transportation, utilities, and savings. For food, you might spend $3 a day. This could mean simple, homemade meals like oatmeal for breakfast, rice and beans for lunch, and a vegetable stir-fry for dinner. Buying in bulk and cooking at home are key here. Transportation might take $1. Walking or biking can save on gas or public transport costs. If you must drive, carpooling or planning fewer trips can stretch that dollar further. For utilities, $1 a day means turning off unused lights, limiting heating or cooling, and using water wisely. Finally, saving $1 a day might not sound like much, but over a month, that's $30. Over a year, $365, enough for an emergency fund or a small investment. The science behind frugality isn't just about math. It's also psychological. Saving money triggers a sense of achievement, like solving a puzzle. Reframing small sacrifices as wins can make frugal living feel rewarding instead of restrictive. Plus, spending less reduces waste, which is better for the planet. Living on $6 a day is tough, but it's also an exercise in creativity and resourcefulness. By carefully planning and using smart strategies, you can make every dollar count and enjoy the process of doing more with less. Number 3. Unconventional frugal hacks you haven't heard of. When it comes to saving money, everyone knows about coupons and meal prepping. But what about the lesser-known tricks? Here are some unconventional frugal hacks that can help you stretch your $6 a day budget even further. 1. Dumpster diving with purpose. Some grocery stores throw away perfectly good food because of damaged packaging or nearing expiration dates. In many areas, you can ask store managers if they allow food recovery. It's not about digging through garbage, but finding opportunities to rescue usable food safely. There are also online groups where people share excess food to reduce waste. 2. Community tool libraries. Why buy tools you'll only use once? Many cities now have tool libraries where you can borrow anything from power drills to gardening equipment for free or a small fee. This saves money and space in your home. 3. Urban foraging. If you live near parks or green spaces, learn about edible plants. You'd be surprised how many herbs, berries, or greens are free for the taking, just make sure they're safe to eat. Some communities even host workshops on foraging. 4. DIY cleaning products. Skip expensive cleaners by making your own. A mix of vinegar, baking soda, and water can clean almost anything. Add essential oils for a fresh scent. It costs pennies and is better for the environment. 5. Barter instead of buy. Trade services or items instead of spending money. Offer to babysit for a friend in exchange for help fixing your car. Websites and community boards make bartering easier than ever. 6. Rent instead of own. Need a fancy outfit for an event or camping gear for a weekend? Rent instead of buying. It's cheaper and avoids clutter. With These's unique creative hacks, saving money can become a fun challenge rather than a chore. Number 4. The philosophy of frugal living. Frugal living is more than just saving money, it's a way of thinking. At its core, it's about making conscious choices that align with your values, rather than chasing what society tells you to buy. It's not about being cheap or missing out, but about finding freedom and happiness in the things that truly matter. Frugality encourages mindfulness. When you live frugally, you start to pay attention to every dollar you spend. You ask yourself, do I really need this, or is there a smarter way to get what I want? This approach helps you focus on what brings lasting joy, like experiences and relationships, instead of short-term thrills from material things. Another part of the philosophy is simplicity. Frugal living often means owning less, which reduces clutter in your home and mind. You spend less time worrying about maintaining or replacing things, and more time enjoying life. Frugality also challenges the pressure of consumerism. Advertisements tell us we need the latest gadgets or fashion to be happy, but frugal living proves otherwise. It's about saying, I already have enough. This shift creates freedom from debt, from stress, and from constantly wanting more. In the end, frugal living isn't just about cutting costs. It's a lifestyle that values resourcefulness and freedom over excess. It's a way to live smarter, simpler, and happier. Number 5. Challenges of living on $6 a day. Living on $6 a day is no easy task. While it can be rewarding, it comes with real challenges that require effort and creativity to overcome. One major challenge is the social stigma. When people see you cutting costs, like avoiding eating out or buying secondhand clothes, they might label you as cheap or judge your lifestyle. It can feel isolating, especially if friends or family don't understand your goals. Another difficulty is the emotional toll. Constantly tracking expenses and planning every purchase can feel overwhelming. It's easy to get frustrated when sacrifices mean missing out on things others take for granted, like spontaneous outings or convenient purchases. There's also the risk of burnout. Extreme frugality demands discipline, and trying to optimize every dollar can sometimes feel exhausting. If you push too hard, you might lose motivation or even compromise your health by skimping on essentials like nutritious food or medical care. Finally, unexpected expenses can quickly derail the plan. A sudden car repair, medical bill, or other emergencies can feel like a huge setback. To manage these challenges, it's important to find balance. Celebrate small wins, focus on long-term goals, and allow for occasional flexibility. Frugality works best when it's sustainable, not stressful. Number 6. How to get started with extreme frugality. Starting an extremely frugal lifestyle doesn't have to be overwhelming. The key is to begin small and build new habits over time. 1. Track your spending. For 1 week, write down every single expense. This will help you see where your money is going and spot areas to cut back. Small changes, like skipping a coffee shop visit or packing lunch, can make a big difference. 2. Set a challenge. Make saving fun by setting a challenge, like a no-spend weekend where you avoid buying anything unnecessary. You'll be surprised by how creative you can get. 3. Find free alternatives. Look for free ways to enjoy life, like visiting parks, attending free community events, or borrowing books and movies from the library. By starting small and staying consistent, you'll build the skills and mindset needed for a frugal lifestyle. Over time, you'll feel more in control of your money and discover that saving can be satisfying and even fun. Number 7. The hidden rewards of extreme frugality. Extreme frugality isn't just about saving money. It offers rewards that go beyond your wallet. One of the biggest benefits is peace of mind. When you spend less, you worry less about bills or debt. Financial stress fades as you gain control over your money. Frugal living also teaches creativity. Instead of buying your way out of problems, you learn to find clever solutions. This might mean fixing something instead of replacing it, or finding free ways to enjoy life, like exploring a local park or cooking a special meal at home. Another reward is gratitude. Living simply helps you appreciate what you already have. Small joys, like a homemade meal or time with loved ones, feel more meaningful when you're not chasing the next big purchase. Lastly, frugality gives you freedom. By spending less, you can save more for the things that truly matter, like a dream trip, early retirement, or a safety net for the future. Extreme frugality isn't about giving things up, it's about gaining freedom. By choosing to live on less, you take control of your money and your life. You can focus on what truly matters, like spending time with loved ones, building savings, or reaching big goals. Frugality challenges the idea that happiness comes from buying more. Instead, it shows that living simply can bring peace, creativity, and gratitude. So, why not try it? Start small, set a challenge, and see what happens. You might find that frugality isn't a restriction. It's the key to a freer, happier life. Now, if you want to learn how to achieve financial success, then watch this video next. If you made it to this point in the video, please like and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.